and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton. And today we have some officers here to give you some tips about safety, particularly in this holiday season and busier shopping times. My guests are Titus, Sapp, and Roane. Welcome.
Yes, welcome. Good morning. Thank you.
I think, the thing that has gotten the most attention lately is packages being stolen off your doorstep when they're delivered from an online service. But really, there are a whole lot of things to think about during this season. Where do we start?
Well, I think we could start with the packages. We'll just start right there.
Okay.
When you have the package delivered to your home, if you have a neighbor or someone that you're very comfortable with, have them come pick your package up for you. That's always something good to do.
Getting that notice sometimes too,
yes.
that it's there if your day is at all flexible and you can go home and take it in or then call somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, that really helps.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
You can.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. You can also have it delivered to our headquarters at 40 Lincoln Street. They have two signs actually where
No
you can.
way.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, where you can drop packages off.
How cool.
And it's actually video monitored. So when you drop the package off, everything is recorded. So it's a safer.
I'm next door.
Yeah.
I never knew that, and I could do that. That is awesome. There was something else I was thinking about too. Oh, a lot of times now there's storage lockers at different businesses where you can have it delivered there, and then you have a key to go in and get it, and it goes back. I mean, there's a lot of things that people are thinking about now. I don't know how prevalent it is. It's one of those things that's never happened to me, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Right.
And more people have those Ring cameras. And I
Yes.
don't know if that's a deterrent or if it just helps you catch the person, but that's making a big difference, I think.
Well, it serves as both. I mean, someone see the Ring camera. I mean, if they're trying to reach down for your package and they look up at the camera, we have a very good photo of their face. We've actually had a few arrests that we were able to apprehend someone stealing packages like that. So the Ring is always good to have.
And it's one of those things where technology begins to outsmart
Yes.
the criminal
Criminals,
element
yes,
there.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's always a good thing to have.
Okay, but really, we're not encouraging people to shop online because if you shop in Hampton, that sales tax and that business economy
Yes.
and those jobs are here in Hampton.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if I am going out shopping, what are the things I need to be mindful of?
You need to be mindful where you're parking. Always try to park in a well-lit area. When you're walking to wherever you're going, just pay attention to your surroundings. Make sure that your car door is locked. Always have different ways of getting to your vehicle. Some people just want to go this way, and that's it. Always have an escape route just in case you need to move away from a situation. So just pay attention to what's going on around you. And it's always good to shop with a friend. If you have a girlfriend,
fun
yeah, it is. If you have someone you like to shop with, or it's just safer shopping in numbers. More people just makes a difference. Makes a big difference.
Make sure too you also have your keys in your hand. We're in a cell phone age, and so many people are looking at their cell phones while walking to their cars,
talking,
and not paying attention. And if you have a purse in your hand and you have a lot of packages, that would be a prime target for someone that's looking for somebody that's vulnerable. So.
And if you have your keys in your hands, a lot of time there's an alarm button
Yes.
that you can push too.
Exactly.
And try not to have packages just sitting around
Sitting
in
in
the
car.
car.
It's like, I'm shopping, I'm picking up packages.
If you're going shopping and you want to drop off your packages, put them in the trunk out of view. Because if you keep them in view, all that does is encourage someone that's walking by looking to steal packages.
They're more likely to hit your car than a car.
Exactly.
So the other thing, like a lot of people don't have trunks anymore, but there's hatchbacks and a lot of those have covers, or at the very least you could throw a blanket or a tarp over things.
Yes, that's always good to have.
Because if you have a big TV or electronics device in particular in view, that's a hot target.
Yes, it is. And also making sure that you lock your doors. That's one of the biggest things we get called for in the police department now. Every day, people are walking through the neighborhoods at night, pulling on door handles. If it's open, they're going to go inside your vehicle. So just making sure when you do pick those packages in your vehicle that you lock your door.
I'm just going to detour for a moment because I see that too, and I see it on the Neighbors app, and I'm like, why did you leave your car doors unlocked?
Yes.
I thought that was a basic. But I think too, during the holidays, you might be busy, you might have your hands full. I mean, it is an extra concern at that time.
And if you are approached by someone trying to steal your packages or trying to take your purse or whatever you're carrying, instead of fighting with the person, just let them have it, because it's not worth getting injured over or losing your life over a package that can be replaced, but you really can't be replaced. So just be sure if someone is approaching you in the parking lot and they're trying to take your packages, just let them have it and call the police and we'll respond out there. I always have a good detail. Pay attention to everyone that's walking around in the parking lot. If you see the same person kind of circling around in the area, that's suspicious. That same person there when you come, the same person there when you leave, just walking around, just looking at different things. Just be aware. And
that can also be true even of grocery stores.
Yes.
Exactly,
Like,
yes.
They're always, not always, but it is private property. We cannot keep people out unless the property owner does an agreement with the police.
That's correct.
And so there may be people wandering around seeking donations or something anyway, but boy, when those parking lots get busy and full and you're carrying extra food because you've got your family in, that is a time where things are more likely to happen.
yes, because they look for the person that's not paying attention. And if I'm looking at my cell phone or just trying to concentrate on the packages I'm carrying, that tells the person that may be trying to do some harm to you or trying to steal your packages, hey, that's an easy target right there. So we want to always make sure that we are alert, not texting, looking at the phone,
right.
Just paying attention to everything that's going on around, and so that you won't make yourself look like a victim. So.
And more for women than for men, don't put that purse down.
No.
I do that
Do
all
not,
the time.
yes,
Oh, I'm
yes.
just going to try this on real quick, or I'm looking at something with two hands, and
It only takes a few seconds. You see it all the time. You'll put your purse in the basket, and you go to reach over for something, and by the time you get back, the purse is already gone. So you have to be very mindful of your surroundings and what you're doing when you're shopping, especially now in the holiday season.
Right. Well, speaking of things you have to be cautious about all year, if you're buying something locally on a shopping website or a Craigslist or something like that, you are meeting the person in person, and you don't really know who it is. What can we do to make that
That's
safe?
again where you would come to 40 Lincoln Street. You go there. We have places where you can actually meet someone there to exchange packages. Again, that is video, so every exchange that's made there is on a video monitor. So it's a good spot to do that. And also inside, during the holidays, inside of our headquarters is another good place to meet someone that you don't know that you want to exchange a package with. And it's a safe place.
And that's a big deterrent too, because
Yes, it
not
is.
very many people who are planning to rob you are going to agree to meet you at the police headquarters.
Exactly, yes.
They're either going to clean up their act or drop that transaction right there.
Yes.
Another good part about that exchange area is that we have officers that are always coming and going in and out of headquarters, and so it just makes it a safer place.
Yeah,
to make an
and it's a
exchange.
24/7 thing.
Yes,
You
yes,
guys
it
are
is.
kind of always there, and somebody is there. Yeah, I'm right next door. We share the parking lot. I always feel safer if I'm parking toward the police side
Exactly.
a little bit. What else? Is there anything else we need to keep in mind? Even just things like locking the house. If I have 20 family members in from out of town, there's kids running back and forth,
Yes.
doors are open, all kinds of stuff going on, extra animals.
Well, during the holiday season, when you're going out of town, and if you
there's
have
that.
presents and gifts underneath your tree, you want to be sure that you lock your home. Let a neighbor know that, hey, I'm going out of town. There should be no one here coming back and forth to my residence. You can also call the Hampton Police Division, the 727-6111 number, to be added on to the keep checklist.
I did not know
Yes,
that.
and we'll
Is
have
that
a-
anytime?
That's anytime. Well, the officer will drive by the home, make sure there's nothing out of place, make sure that everything looks like it's safe, make sure the house is safe. If there's a vehicle in the parking lot or in your driveway that's not supposed to be there, because when you call and let me know I'm going out of town, hey, I may have a red vehicle that's parked in the driveway. So that vehicle is fine there. But if they pull up and they see a different color vehicle parked in the driveway, then that's not what you put in your report. So now we're going to get out and walk around and make sure that the home is secured and safe.
That is wonderful. Because, I don't usually go out of town on the holidays, so I don't think about that part. And I suppose the other thing is just don't advertise that you're out of town.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yes.
don't leave the window blinds open where people can see the packages.
even with that, you talk about don't advertise. Even after Christmas, and you get those big TVs, and you get these nice fancy stuff for Christmas, and you put it out on the street come trash day. That's a red flag for people that they got something nice when they're not home. I can go and try to get that. So breaking down your boxes and stuff like that takes a few minutes. You know, break something simple as that.
Break them down so they fit in the bin.
Into the bin,
or
exactly. So
take them to one of the commercial bins
exactly,
and put them in.
exactly. You know, but putting them outside your home is a prime spot for a criminal.
That is funny because I know exactly what new appliances my neighbors have because I walk a lot. I'm like, oh yeah, they got a new TV or
So just being mindful of stuff like that.
Yes. It's always a good thing to do.
Okay. Anything else that we need to keep in mind?
Like I said, with the pocketbooks, if you can avoid taking that huge pocketbook.
Yeah, I know. There are ladies out there shaking their head. I use actually a really small one, but.
So they have the little fanny packs. And, I have a fanny pack. I wear a fanny pack.
Do you?
And it's okay. I wear my little fanny pack. I keep my little information. It's small. It's right there.
I am told they're back in stock.
Yes, they are. They are.
Yeah. So we're cool now.
Yes. Yes. They have the small book bags that for the young ladies that they can wear. That you can wear in front of you. And then they also have the small pouches. And all you need is just have your cash, some form of ID, and your credit card.
And you said also don't take all your credit cards,
Not take all
just
your
in
credit
case,
cards.
because it's a hassle. You report it, you may not be liable, but it is not fun to be without a credit card for the 2 weeks it takes to get them reissued sometimes. And, you're trying to shop and all that. And don't bring wads of cash.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, and don't just have your cash just flailing out all over the place. Whenever you're ready to pay for something, pull it out very quickly, pay for it. We're walking around with the cash just all over the place, and we've seen that on a few occasions. So we just be sure that you're just safe and just think about everything that we're doing to make sure that the holiday season goes smoothly, because this is the time of year where we have a lot of break-ins, a lot of robberies, a lot of things going on that criminal element is up, because we have people, unfortunately, that are out of work that may not be able to, do for their child, or it's just so many different circumstances.
There
we can definitely help
so
them.
many programs. The Angel Tree,
so many programs.
the Sheriff's Department, lots of people cover that. So I think sometimes it's people who are going to do bad.
They're going to do bad regardless.
They're going to do bad,
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I know circumstances can aggravate it, but they're opportunistic.
Yes. And try not to enter always through a side door. Always go in the main door. When I say that, if you go into a business, I would say the malls, for instance. We don't really have a mall here anymore, but if you can park in front of the business instead of parking all the way on the side, then that makes it a little safer for you approaching the building, because it's easier to see people. When people coming out the doors and they're looking, they can see you coming and going as you're shopping, and it's just more eyes so that you can feel safer as well. If there's some seniors that want to go shopping, if you have a mother or someone that's singing, that want to take them. Take them shopping. Don't let them go by themselves.
And it's fun for them anyway. Then
Yes, it is.
If you're an older person who lives on your own, you want people to contact. You want that contact and socialization.
Yes.
What about going to the ATM? Let's assume we might have to go a little more frequently. And I know this is general all year, but what are some safety tips there?
I would say before you even get out the car, you go into the ATM, check the surroundings, especially at night. Make sure it's a well-lit area. Don't just go to any ATM. Go somewhere that you're familiar with. Before you get out the car, like I said, make sure it's lit. Make sure that you don't see anyone standing around behind bushes, on the side of the building, or just do a drive-by around the building before you even get out, just to make sure the area is secure before you get out of your car. Once you get out of your car, go to the ATM. Just be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. At any time, somebody could run up on you. But in that case, if it happens and you do have cash in your hand, just give them the cash.
Right.
Get a good description of the person, what they're wearing, how tall they are, black, white, whatever information it is. So when you call the police, we have a better idea of who we're looking for.
And it's probably on camera.
And it will be, yes.
That
it will
credit
be.
union or bank is going to have cameras. That'll help. And it probably deters some people, maybe not enough.
Exactly.
I've been known to jump out and leave my car running. That's probably not a good plan, is it?
No, it isn't, because we actually quite a lot of our stolen vehicles. Keys left running in the vehicle. I was just running in my home for a quick second.
Yes.
It doesn't take long.
Or, it's darn
just went-
cold in the morning
Yes, I
now.
wanna-
I might be
Yes.
starting that up and warming it up ahead of time.
When you're inside your home, your vehicle's running with a key in it. It doesn't take but a second for someone to take your vehicle. If you're all the way upstairs and you look out the window and all of a sudden your car is gone, you can't give us a description. You can't give us anything. All you can tell us is that, hey, I left my keys in the vehicle, and now we had to put that in a report as well. Hey, they left the vehicle run.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
So
the
your
worst
insurance
part.
company,
That's the worst part.
Yes.
Y'all will come over, make
Yes.
fun of me.
Yeah.
You really did that? Come on.
Well, it may cause a problem with the insurance company as well. So even when you're going into your home or going to 7-Eleven real quick or anywhere, just running in thinking just a quick pickup.
Gas station.
Always take your
you have to
vehicle,
shut it off
take
at the
your
gas
car.
Station. But I leave my
Yes.
keys in
Yeah.
sometimes if I'm right there.
Take your keys.
Right there.
Take your keys.
Yep. Always
your
take your
keys.
keys with you.
Yeah.
Always.
Always. We encourage that because
Okay. And again, neighbors watching neighbors is huge this time of year. It gets
Yes.
dark earlier. Things can happen. Packages are out. Talk to your neighbors. Know your neighbors. Be a part of the community.
That's one of the things we do with Neighborhood Watch. That's one thing I preach to people all the time. Know who your neighbor is. I said so important because whenever you do go out of town and they see someone that's at your house that they've never seen before, that's suspicious. They know it's not your brother. They know it's not your mom. They know it's not a family member. Somebody walking around your house looking through your windows is suspicious. If you don't know who your neighbor is, then you would never know. So you'll never know.
And they're not gonna, if you don't know each other, they might see something and go, well, I don't really know if that's important, or I don't want to be snooping.
Exactly.
But if you talk to each other and you know.
Yes, it's very important. And one thing I stress a lot with neighborhood watches groups, get to know who your neighbors are. Even when you're walking down the street, like you say, you walk a lot. When you're walking, you see somebody you never saw before, hey, I'm Robin.
I know.
Part of neighborhood watching this community.
Yes.
I know their dogs, but I know their names.
That
I
happens
know all
a lot,
the dogs'
yes.
names.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, you're so-and-so's dad. Yeah, I know you.
Yeah.
Because even growing up, that's what we did growing up. And we tell them all the time, if I did something in the neighborhood growing up, before I got back to my house, they already knew about it.
Yep.
And that was part of the village. And we need to really get back to that, looking out for one another and making sure everyone is safe. And
There were at
if something
least
doesn't look
3
right, say
women in my
something.
neighborhood that I called mom. It was just
Yes.
like walking in and into their houses. They knew me. They knew my parents. Things. Everybody watched out for everybody.
Oh yeah. We need to get back to that.
Yeah, we do.
I still go back and check on my people that watched me growing up when I was growing up as a young man. A lot of them are still in the neighborhood. And when they see us drive around and see them and I speak to them, it just feels good. We have someone looking out for us that's not necessarily living out here, but we need to make sure as
Especially
a community.
when you do
we're looking
have
out for
older
one another.
neighbors
Yes.
or a widower or widower, somebody who lives on their own, somebody who works out of town and isn't there all the time. I mean, it's really helpful to know them, communicate with them, know what looks weird.
Exactly.
Yes. And like I said earlier, if you're comfortable with that person, let them have a key.
Oh, yeah. My brother has a whole ring of keys in his condo, and they're all labeled as to whose door it is, and they take care of each other.
Yes. It's so important. So important. That's what we do here.
Okay.
That's what we encourage in the city of Hampton.
And then if something does happen, make sure you have everything written down. I think you
Yes.
guys said this before when we weren't on camera, but have your credit card numbers, have the phone numbers to call. Because when that happens, you panic.
You do.
Right.
And a lot of times your credit company might catch it, they might not. I mean, I can't.
Even
pretty often.
as long lines of your TVs and computers and stuff like that, you can go to reportit.com, and on that site you can put all your information in, your name, address, the serial numbers for the items that you have.
Get
and then
out!
and then when something happens, if you have your house is burglarized or anything like that, you can have that information on reportit.com. Give us access to all the information, and then we know better
So if
what to
it's
look
being
for.
resold or fenced and you catch it,
Yes.
you'll know who it belongs to.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
I
So-
bet my insurance company would like that because then
yeah.
I'm not making a claim. And
Yes.
most of us have pretty high deductibles, so that would save money. That's a
Definitely.
great idea. Tell me that again.
Reportit.com.
Okay.
And continue to take your pictures of everything in this place. If your television is hanging on the wall, take a picture of your television hanging on the wall. your computers, all of that stuff.
And
so
that serves two purposes.
does.
If you have a fire, a hurricane,
Yes.
a tornado, you've got that documentation.
Yes.
But also, especially this time of year. And that's a good time, too, because you should do it annually.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And then store that information somewhere that's backed up.
Exactly.
Put it on the cloud, have it somewhere you can get at it if you
Yeah,
do
I
lose
tell
everything.
people all the time, if you have a safe, a fire safe, put it in your safe. I have a jump drive that I have my things on, but I have several places where it's kept. So just in
That's
case something
smart.
happens or something gets destroyed, I have another way of getting to it. So always good to have a backup to the backup to the backup.
Yeah.
I always tell them all the time.
You're so well prepared. You guys think of this for a living, though. I very seldom do. Okay, well, is there anything else you want to add before we close?
We just encourage everyone to look out for one another. We can't stress that enough. Look out for your neighbor. Pay attention to your surroundings when you're out shopping. Take a friend with you. It's almost a recap of what we all talked about, but these things, you almost need to recap it sometimes to make sure that the message is heard.
Right,
And
right.
we're going to be out there. We have the holiday detail that's taking place. We have officers that are going to be working in the parking lots. So you'll see them in the parking lots with their lights on, looking out for the citizens as well. And we'll run that throughout the Christmas holiday. And so if you're in the parking lot and you walk and you see us in the parking lot, you actually may see me out there, Officer Roane.
Come say hi.
And you see us running. I mean, come on up to the car, say something to us. We're
All
just
right.
out there to making sure that the
And I know
the
in
citizens are
Coliseum
safe.
Central, they pay off-duty officers.
Yes,
And,
yes.
You know, there's a lot of extra
duty.
It's probably a busy season for you guys.
Very busy.
too
Very,
too
very
many
busy.
extra hours. But
Yes.
we do appreciate all that you do for
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you for coming by today. And thank you for watching. I hope you will remember these tips. At the very least, look out for your neighbors, look at your surroundings, park in lighted areas, and don't advertise what you've got or what's in your car or what's under your tree. Thanks for watching.